it is my pleasure to introduce to you tonight a guy who's performs all over. He's been in the biz a long time, and things get better as they age, and he is refined, and he is absolutely demented, and I've had the chance to play improv with him, and he's good at that too. Everybody, I need your applause at a level 2 for me there, golf clap, level 2, okay? Turn up to a 5, turn all up to a 9, Stan Silliman!
Thank you. Wow. Wow. My prostate is as big as a grapefruit. I'm not bragging. You don't brag about something like that. I have to ask my prostate for permission to sit down. When I go to the bathroom, I take a magazine with me to pee. Yes. I can have my prostate taken out, but then what would I do for an opener? What would I do? Yeah. I once fell asleep during a rectal examination. That's when they kicked me out of proctology school. But my bro made it, Doc Proc we call him. He's got one of those bumper stickers, backside's bought this buggy, which is better than his old bumper sticker, which read, "Tailgate me now and wait until I get you in my office." That was a long-ass bumper sticker. It hung off the edge of the bumper of his Ford Probe at the time. I did recently get one of those colonoscopies, and let me tell you, I haven't been penetrated that deep since the last time I was abducted by aliens. Jose and Manuel. Since the last time, yeah. Some of you are looking up here and say, "Hey, what's this male stripper looking guy doing up here on the comedy stage?" Yeah, you guessed it. When I was a little younger, a little harder, a little firmer, I used to be a male stripper in a troupe of Jewish male strippers, the Circumdales. I knew that was going to happen, yeah. Yeah, we gave change. That was our motto. We gave change. We didn't do too much of a bump or a grind. We did more of a shrug and a what for. Real exciting dance troupe, yeah. When I was stripping, gals gave me a nickname. They called me Guitar Man because my G-string was flat. Actually, I love stripping for Chinese audiences. That's fun. You strip off all your clothes, then you get them back cleaned and pressed. Come on, calculator in the pocket, new pair of tennis shoes. It's all good, yeah. It's all good. That's all good. Oklahoma City. This is cool. What I love about Oklahoma City has a sense of humor. You know, you can make fun of Oklahoma City. On my way over here, I came by an Air Force base called Tinker Field. Hey. Right. Now, there's a name for a military installation that should strike fear in the hearts of our enemies. Don't tinker with us, we won't tinker with you. A couple of you laughed. You know, I live in West Norman. You don't know how far out of my way I drove just to tell you that. You know. But Oklahoma City, you can make fun of it. That's the deal. Oklahoma City has got on 24th and Classen. What do we have on 24th and Classen? A big, giant milk bottle. Yeah. Right. I mean, that's where they put the pictures of missing fat kids. That's. Oklahoma City. That's cool. One time the mayor was bragging to me about Oklahoma City. He said that the Oklahoma City was the place where the parking meter was invented. That's true. Hell of a legacy, right? I said, "That's cool, Mayor, because I once got my dick stuck in a parking meter. And the meter maid gave me a ticket." She said I was violating that meter. But I told the judge that the meter kept winking at me. I told the judge that, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know if any of you, did any of you read, I wrote a piece in the Lost Ogle blog, and it was on the fact that Men's Health magazine has named Oklahoma City one of the sexy hot spots in the country. And Oklahoma City came in number 8. Oklahoma City came in number 8 in sex hot spots. And this part I didn't really, I'm not going to go tell you the article, but when they ran it in the Ogle, they put 2 pictures on the top of my article of porn stars, cute ladies who are from Oklahoma City. You see, one of them is named Jessie Jane. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that name. If nobody's hasn't heard that name, I'm not going to finish this joke.
I'll cop to it.
You'll cop to it? You say you heard of it there?
Yeah.
I mean, she's supposed to be a great actress, Jessie Jane. She puts her whole body into it, and I'm serious. She puts her whole body into it, and she makes you believe that she's working her butt off just so they can buy that car wash, and all that stuff there. But she lives. And she's one of the top in her field. She lives in Moore, Oklahoma. She lives in Moore. And I think, well, that's cool. That's, loyalty, I guess. In one way it's cool because it's loyalty. And there's another reason why it's cool, why that's important. It's that she lives in Moore, Oklahoma. She lives in Moore, Oklahoma. And yet she's the top of the field in what she does. Like say, in 3 Holes in the Wedding, she won an award, but she lives in Moore, Oklahoma, which I think that's cool for any parent who wants to tell their kid not to get in porn. That you can be the best you can be. You can strive for the mountain, but when you strive, you might still be living in Moore, Oklahoma. I hope I didn't turn it off. I didn't do that. I'm going to show you books. I've been writing books for a long time. This is one called Sports Fans Are Crazy. Sports fans are crazy. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. You probably noticed up here that, looking that I am an old guy. I can't deny it. I am an old guy. Actually, my wife and I have Social Security sex. Once a month, but you can't live on it. Now I go out to the airports just for the pat-downs. Well, I don't even bother buying a ticket, no. And I'm just ethnic enough looking, I can get a really good pat-down. Of course, anybody now can get a good pat-down. Anybody can get you know why? The airport bomber. The airport bomber. The underwear bomber. Yes, I screwed that up. Am I proud? Yes. The underwear bomber. You all remember that? The underwear bomber last, I think it was last Christmas or something. The kid comes from Nigeria, with a bomb in his underpants, I think somebody dropped the ball on that one. That's, in airport security. I'm talking airport security. Somebody dropped the ball. I mean, they should, and he went to Detroit, they should have known when he made out his visa that he was going to Detroit for a job interview. They should have figured that out. But they're going to figure it out. Al-Qaeda will figure it out. They'll figure it out the next time they send somebody in. They're going to send them to some town where they have jobs. You know, like they might send them to Oklahoma City, you know, where they have jobs. I mean, somebody might put on their visa that they're going to come to work in Oklahoma City, work for a big furniture company. So then, when they're patting them down and checking them out, and they happen to notice a little string, you know, hanging out from his rectum, the guy could say, "Oh, don't worry, I'm just delivering the gerbil." You know, like it's a tail of the gerbil. I'm just delivering the gerbil, and they'll look at his visa and say, "Oh yeah, you're going to work for a big furniture company, Oklahoma City." Oh, sure, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Don't you hate it? Let me ask you guys: do you hate it that Christopher Reeve died? Isn't that pretty bad? You hate that, right? I mean, I do especially, because now that means I'm the entertainer with the stiffest neck. A little booing on that one, yeah. I mean, not unless, you know, Stephen Hawking is still doing poetry or something like. Roses are red. The universe is vast. If you don't believe me, you can kiss my. Okay, you know, I don't think he's still doing that. You know, I don't think Stephen Hawking is still into that thing, but you know. My neck is just really tight. That is just tight. The muscles on my neck are as tight as Sally Kern's sphincter during a gay rights parade. That's how. They're as stiff as Michael Jackson's penis at a Cub Scout jamboree. Too soon? Not really. I mean, if you dug him up and took him to a Cub Scout jamboree, it would still be that stiff. It's not too soon. Not too. Was that sick? Did you feel like that was a sick joke? You think that was a sick joke? I mean, you know, I've been telling people it's kind of a sick world, kids. And I've been proving that for over 25 years. How else do you explain that somebody would walk out of the shadows and gun down John Lennon when they had a perfectly good shot at Yoko? It's a sick world, kiddos. In fact, one of my books, this one here, this book here, it's a silly, sick world. And why it's named that way for my name and for my cartoonist, Mike Crossradt, who calls himself Zick. We just combined our name, and this is full of silly and sick jokes. Anybody wants to buy them. I'm not gonna, you can't see the cartoons from here. I'm not gonna try to open up and tell you, but I can describe them. I've done that many times. I can describe, as I'm preparing telling them how to do a cartoon, I can describe the picture I want. For instance, I'm going to give you kind of a semi-sick joke. This is semi-sick. Two guys are kind of in the foreground, and in the background is Edward Scissorhands in the background. And the one guy is saying to the other guy, he's saying, "Always play rock. It's his favorite game." Sicker joke. This one is a sicker joke. This one is a kid's birthday party. Kid's birthday party. And what you see in the background, you see a little kid running around on a hobby horse, and his mother is looking at him over her eyes, beaming. And in the background, a little farther in the background, you see some Goombas kind of dressed up in suits, they're mafia guys on there. And if you look a little closer at the hobby horse, there's blood dripping off the head. And the caption is, "Recycling at mob kids' birthday parties." No? Not sick enough for you guys, is it? Not sick enough here. little tiny hands.
Oh no.
She does. Little, cutie, teensy, tiny hands. Her hands are so small, she can't open up a mayonnaise jar. So that makes me like the designated jar opener family. But on the plus side, whenever she gives me a hand job, my dick looks enormous. Should I have saved that one for the adult show in a few? Yeah, it looks enormous. Occasionally. My wife loves to dance. She loves to dance. She's in a line dance group, and she practices all the time, all around the house. She plays all these songs, and I can't help but, just start singing some of the songs. They're just kind of so catchy and so bouncy. And one of those that she was playing last week, over and over, kind of goes like this. It goes, if you want to be happy the rest of your life. Go ahead and sing that song.
My personal point of view, get an ugly
Girl to marry you. And I'm going all over the house singing that song. And, oh my gosh. I'm just getting ready to sit
We're
down.
good.
Did I get it? Anyway, I go all over the house singing that song, and she gives me one of those looks. You know what I'm talking about? One of those looks. And I say, don't worry, honey. I'm not that happy. Thank you for helping me out on singing the song there. That was cool there. Because if I was singing it, you were going to say, what's going on? There's an old guy singing badly. What do we do? Take a wrong turn, end up in Branson? Take a wrong turn, end up in Branson? You guys know what Branson is, right?
Yeah.
Branson is the place where long dead careers go for their resurrection. You know what? The music halls, nightclubs in Branson, they shouldn't have doors in front of them. They should have big old boulders that you roll out of the way. I'm glad a few of you got that one. Because, that was something you probably thought you'd never see. A Jew doing a resurrection joke. All right, since this is the improv deal, and I kind of expect this thing, you can ask me any questions you want. I just and you can direct what subjects we're going on, whatever. I should have said that at the first of the show. I can't tell. Yeah. So there's about 5 minutes left. But if you got something in mind, I don't know. People ask me all kinds of questions. I've been doing this stuff a long time. I'll tell you. Let me start off. I do not suffer from premature ejaculation. My ejaculation is very mature. My ejaculation listens to chamber music. My ejaculation watches foreign films with no chase scenes. My ejaculation waits for the mortgage to be paid. If my ejaculation were a money shot, it'd be municipal bonds. So if you got any questions, just bring them up. What's your favorite holiday, kids?
Easter.
Nobody says Halloween? Don't you love, Halloween's coming up, right? Pretty soon, right? You ready for it? Yeah. Halloween? We've got. I'll tell you about this. You might want to go out and get them. We had fun with this last year when we got something to give away to the kids coming around. Witches Titsicles.
What?
Witches Titsicles. That's for people who regular popsicles are just not cold enough. Witches Titsicles. Yeah, they come in 3 great flavors: rat tail, toad licorice, and Hillary. That's Halloween. Yeah, that's good. 2 years ago, just before the election, I wore a really scary costume. And here's what it was. I had a costume up, and I had a bar graph of the stock market on front of it. it was going like this. The stock market had dropped so bad, it was just going like that. Way down there. And I went to the ritzy neighborhoods. And I knocked on the door. And, scared the hell out of them. And when I say I went to the ritzy neighborhoods, what I meant was I walked across the street. Because that's where I lived. And it did scare my neighbors. That one did scare my neighbors. And, they deserved it because they kept stealing my Obama signs. I was in a neighborhood where I was on a corner and you look both directions and you see nothing but, red McCain-Palin signs both ways. And I had the one little Obama sign right there in the middle. And they kept stealing it. They kept stealing my Obama sign. And the guy had the nerve to come over to me and say, he says, you're voting against your own financial interest. Your taxes are going to go up. And I said to him, I said, I'm not really worried about it. I said, when they foreclose on your home, I'll buy it. I'll wait till the market comes back. That's not something you want to say to one of your neighbors, is really? I'm not trying to get into politics too much. Yeah. I do remember this. I thought it was kind of curious and kind of funny that when Obama first moved into the White House, it was a little bit of a cultural shock for him. It was the first time he had ever lived in a black neighborhood. I'll give you a moment on that. Where's everybody from? Is everybody from Oklahoma City? Is here?
Yes.
Anybody grow up on the south side of Oklahoma City? Go to school there, anything like that?
Yep.
Yeah, there are some yeps?
Yes, sir.
Here, you did? Oh, that's good. And you graduated from a school on the south side?
My people are from Moore High School.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's far south. I'm talking about little Oklahoma City limits. So. But you are from Moore?
No, I'm from 89th and Penn.
Oh, well, there you go. 89th and Penn. And if you graduated school on the south side without getting stabbed, give yourself a hand. That's good. That's good. If you ever went out to the airline drive-in and you found a speaker that worked, give yourself a hand. Do that, yeah? If you ever went into TG&Y and you thought it stood for turtles, girdles, and yo-yos, give yourself a hand, huh? If you ever walked in the Crossroads Mall and you said, wow, this place will last forever. Give yourself a hand, yeah. I'll leave you with this. If there's any point to my act, this old people can have fun too. Seriously. I mean, old people can have fun too. I mean, if you've never walked, you haven't lived, if you hadn't walked hand in hand with your spouse of many decades and reminiscing about all the things you can't remember together. Or, if you ever stuck a tongue in an old broad's ear and swallowed a hearing aid. Yeah, old people can have fun too. Some of you youngsters there, your grandparents are still doing it, don't you? Don't like to think about that, but they are, yeah. I mean, you think the sparkle in Pappy's eyes is just the sun bouncing off his cataracts? No, your grandparents are still doing it. You ever walk into Nana's house and found her handcuffed to her walker? Or walk out in the back where she has the clothesline poles and find those big old granny panties, crotchless. You ever? Or come back inside and pull open one of the drawers and find that she has edible Depends in there. Yeah. Or check the setting, check her Craftmatic and find that there's a doggy style setting. A doggy style setting. That's so cool. Yeah. Or, be around just hear Pappy just bragging a little bit too much about his new lightweight Oric vacuum pump. But is that a groaner? Oric vacuum pump. Or Nana whipping up Pappy a big old stack of blue pills, berry pancakes. What's the worst thing about your grandparents having sex, doing it together? You know what it is? They're forgetful. They're forgetful, yeah. Nana's crawling, looking all over the house for, trying to find her dentures. And Pappy's going. They're forgetful. That's why when I would never go over to Granny's house and stick my hand in her gumball jar. You wouldn't do that either, right? They're forgetful. That might be where she left her Benoit balls. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do that. In fact, by the way you groaned, I know you guys would never participate in that, never have anything such as that. They're dangerous. Benoit balls, huh? Yeah. You start using that, then pretty soon you start lifting weights, pumping up, shooting up steroids, and then next thing you know, you're taking a shotgun and killing your family.
Roid rage, right?
Benoit. All right, we've got no wrestling fans here. I should have known that when I started this deal. Is my time up?
You're good, Stan.
I'm good?
Take him out. Maybe one more.
I'll give you one. Went out today. I guess I'm going to have to wash my car. Went out in the parking lot and found that somebody had written on the back of it, "I wish my girlfriend was this dirty." Smart ass. Smart ass had written on the back of my car, I wish my girlfriend was this dirty, yeah. So you know what I did? I went over there and I crossed through the word "was" and put the word "were," because I can't be driving around with bad grammar on my car. Just because some smart ass doesn't know his subjunctives. Smart asses everywhere. Smart asses everywhere. For Christmas, a guy sent me gift certificates for BJ's. Turns out to be a restaurant. Smart. Hey, you all been great. I'm Stan Silliman. Thank you.